Hello, Year 5. It's Thursday already. Now, today we are going to put all ideas down and produce a plan. Okay, so your plan is going to be using Monday's sort of brain purge about all the things that you think are going to happen in your story. It is going to be what you've learned about your main character, your hero, and also what you know about your villain. So hopefully today you are going to have a much better idea of what your story sounds like. Okay, so I'm going to share screen with you. Now, what are the key events in a saga? So we sort of talked about this a little bit on Monday, but I want to sort of define them, make them really, really clear, because that's what your story is going to follow. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to talk to someone, to maybe just think really, really quietly about what key events happen in all sagas, really. So pause the video now and have a little think. Okay, so the big unveiling. Now, so in the key events in the saga are just these. They are: the start introduces the hero and setting. Okay, so where the hero is, maybe who is, the name, and where they live is the setting, isn't it? They might live in a little village, might be in a big longhouse. Maybe it's by the sea. Doesn't really, up in the mountains. Doesn't really matter. On a farm. Doesn't really matter. Totally up to you. Okay. Here is where you could introduce that backstory. So that's really going to introduce your hero, because, and using show not tell, isn't it? It's inferred understanding. So you're not telling them that they are brave, you are showing them how they've been brave in the past, so it suggests they are now. So then in your setting there is a problem. Okay, your problem is your villain, isn't it? So your villain, your dragon, something happens to make that setting a horrible place to be, and to make the hero and family and all the villagers or wherever they live really, really unhappy. So the hero, being heroic, decides to set out on a mission to solve the problem. Okay, so so they go out. So whatever the problem is, whatever that bad person has done, the hero said, right, I'm not standing for that. I'm going to sort that person out. Okay, so then they go on a long journey. Okay, so think about your work on Odd, and that's really going to help you put a few obstacles in the way. Maybe they come across some mini villains on the way. That's fine. Yeah, they don't make it easy for them. Okay, it's not stroll. Make it a real journey. Okay, then the hero fights his or her nemesis. So they find the person that caused the problem in the first place. Okay, maybe, you know, there's treasure. Maybe they've stolen something from the village to make it really hard. Maybe it's food. You know, they couldn't go down to Tesco's, could they, the Vikings? They stored all their food. So if someone comes and steals all the food, then that's going to be a very hard winter, isn't it? So maybe the hero, that's the problem. And maybe the hero fights the nemesis, yeah? And the hero returns triumphant. So think about if it's food or if it's treasure or if it's people. We know that the Vikings took slaves. So maybe they took all the able-bodied men to work for them. Okay, so that would be a problem for the village or the setting. So think about it. So the hero returns. They would bring back what had been taken from them, maybe a little bit more as well. So you go on. So I want you to think about all these things. Okay, compare it to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's work, and maybe can you tell someone in the room that story? Okay, tell really, really basic. Okay, but just in these subheadings, just tell them, right, this is my hero, this is the problem, this is my mission and the journey. This is where the fight takes place. This is where the nemesis lives. This is what happens when he returns. Okay, so do all that verbal. Don't write anything down yet. Okay, so hopefully now you have got a story in your head. Okay, so now, right, so now using these ideas, plan your story. Can you use your own preferred way of planning? So it doesn't matter how you want to plan, that's fine. Just get all that information down. Make sure you use all the vocabulary. Look at this bit here. Use all the vocabulary from previous lessons. So you've got your description of setting. You've got your description of the hero and description of the hero heroine, and you've got the description of the villain. So make sure you have those close by so you can use them. Maybe when you come to describe the setting of where the fight takes part, you can use that again. Take your time and plan well. This will help you write a better story. All your teachers always says this. Yeah, plan well, and you will definitely do a better job of your story. What did you learn from writing Odd's journey? So some of the little tricks that you learned from there, using similes, metaphors, using the senses. I loved that in the writing. I loved that people were I felt like I was moving through the forest with some of the writing, because, you know, you said what you heard. You said you included what he felt. You included what he smelt. You know, all those things are really, really important. Personification is another one. So similes, metaphor, personification. That's definitely. So if you can think of some of those, maybe you can put those on your plan as well. Okay. So all that I want by the end of this lesson is a really, really, can be a story map, it can be written in notes, but using these as subheadings, right? Have a plan, a really clear plan of what the structure of your story. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I look forward to seeing all these amazing plans. Yeah, remember, I mean, some of the plans were the highlight of the last piece of writing. And I didn't mean that because the writing was very good. Some of the writing was excellent, but I loved the way that you know, I could see how your minds were working. So make sure that happens again. Okay, enjoy. Bye.